All right, here we go. So we've got three. We've got three to talk about. First one, how do I let myself simply be? When I have a good day, I always wind up going downhill so quickly. I find myself right back in this terrible sadness. So, this is a good one because I do think that a lot of people find ourselves on kind of this emotional roller coaster of, oh, I'm good for this moment and then I'm bad for this moment, then I'm good for this moment and I'm bad for this moment, right? I think that happens a lot. I think it's more common than people realize. And I think there's a couple different things that you can do to help yourself in this kind of situation. So I think the first thing that you can do is you have to start to create some awareness, okay? So when you find yourself starting to spiral, if you will, and start kind of going downhill, you have to be able to identify it. One of the things that I like to do is I like to meditate on it, and I like to kind of see if I can gain some consciousness around why my mood is starting to shift, where the negative thoughts are coming from, so that I can identify them. Because if we start to feel like we have no control over our thoughts, that's when we can really spiral downwards. So I like to start with just some consciousness about starting to examine the thoughts that are coming in and out of our minds. I think meditation is a huge tool for you, whoever this might be, to start to learn when those thoughts come creeping in, because when those thoughts come creeping in, we can identify them, we can shift their focus, and we can send them outward. It also sounds to me like this is somebody who feels a lot more comfortable with negativity than positivity. And this is a powerful thing to grasp, and it's kind of a hard thing to swallow, but you know, the idea behind it is like this individual just isn't comfortable not in chaos, that they're not comfortable when there's not something going wrong. Like, it's very unsettling to them when there's no fire to put out. So their mind wants to go back into their comfort zone, and they want to go to a place where they know how to operate. And that place is in chaos, in fire, in turmoil, in negativity, because that's safer, right? You can't be disappointed. You can't be disappointed if you're having a good day and then something comes and takes it away. So instead, let me forcefully put myself with my own thoughts, feelings, and actions into a negative state, so that way I know what to expect. See, sometimes what we don't realize is we're afraid of our own happiness. We're afraid of the idea of being happy, of being stress-free, because it's something different. It's something new. We don't know what's going to follow next. So we sabotage it. We self-sabotage it because you're afraid of getting hurt, or you're afraid of that feeling going away and the pain that follows after. Instead of embracing the moment, embracing the happiness, and taking that moment for what it is, we overanalyze and self-sabotage, and then we put ourselves into this negative headspace. And it's just a very, 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 very negative interaction cycle that we need to, start to intervene with, and we need to start to break that cycle. How can you do that? As soon as you start to feel yourself having a negative thought, turn yourself back around to what was the positive things of having a good day. When you feel yourself having a negative thought, balance it out with something positive that happened today, and be intentional with your thoughts. When that happens, you're going to find that pattern starting to break. And the more times you reflect on the positive and dwell on the positives, the more comfortable that positive realm will be, and the less likely you will be to self-sabotage and put yourself in a negative headspace. So I know that was a lot to take in, but I think, again, it all kind of starts with awareness. It starts with the idea of identifying those negative thoughts, and then the interventions that follow. Because I do think that it's a lot of times we're in a spot where we're given advice, but we don't understand why. So I hope that kind of sheds some light for you as to kind of maybe where that pattern comes from, so that way you can start to identify it and you can start to break that cycle. Okay?